Well, what's good, everybody? Welcome into your daily sports betting brand of record. We are called The Early Edge. We are powered, as always, by the almighty SportsLine, the best value in all of sports betting. It is not close. Now, we talk about the razor-thin margins in baseball right now. It's very, very sharp. The lines are very, very correct and accurate. How close? Yesterday. Really close to a decent day. It turned into a horrible day. Dodgers, they scored 3 runs in extra innings. Rockies-Giants scored 7 runs and had it was just close everywhere. Phillies lose by 1. Mets almost come back. That's how difficult baseball is right now. But NFL, that's our bread and butter. And this week, busy as always. Today, we go back to college. AB and the boys, they have been on fire. Our college football weekly mega preview. Then we are changing the prop shop from 3 p.m. Eastern on Thursday to 4 p.m. Eastern with Prop Stars. Any prop question you want, you can ask there. Then, of course, you see the rest of the week. Let's bring in the stars of the show. And this morning, I got 3 OGs. I am fired up for a bounce-back day, one-day baseball game. So with that being said, live from Nashville, Tennessee, the penthouse level, M Squared. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Coach. Good morning, everybody. Nice to see you, Larry. Fired up for the show today. One-day baseball game. I'm not playing it. I might play it in-game. I can't resist watching day baseball, so I'll have my eyes on it, but we're all focused on football over here.
We all know it's your favorite thing most of the year until we get to the NFL season. Sometimes it feels like baseball's a nuisance, but Johnny B, we can still find some value if we're very careful, correct?
Very correct, Coach. Yeah, yesterday was a tough day, but we're not going to win every play, especially this time of year. And I think at this time of year, losing a lot yesterday just means that we're more due today. So I'm looking forward to today.
Boom. I love that attitude. And the man who always has taught us we can't look back. We must always look forward. He is the maestro, Larry Hartstein. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, guys. Missed you guys the last couple of days. Let's do it.
We missed you too. So let's get into it. Storylines that could affect the betting lines today. And we have a terrific Thursday night football matchup. The Dolphins somehow 3.5, 4-point dogs on the road to the 1-2 Cincinnati Bengals. Maestro, start us off.
Yeah, it's all about the spot. This is the worst spot potentially of the entire season for the Dolphins, of any team. When you have 90 plays in extreme heat, it felt like 90. The temperature was 90. It felt like in the hundreds for that Dolphins-Bills game, and that defense was on the field over 40 minutes. They did an amazing job keeping the Bills out of the end zone, but now you travel on a short week, multiple injuries in the secondary against a Bengals team with all those passing weapons. However, that's why the line is 4. That's why it's steamed up from under a field goal to all the way to 4. However, the Bengals lost their starting nose tackle, DJ Reader. He's a team captain, basically the anchor of their defense. And they averaged 4.5 yards per play. That's the worst in the entire NFL. The Bengals offense has been the worst. The Dolphins are averaging 6.4 yards a play. Of course, the big story is Tua. Back injury, ankle injury, head injury. We'll get a big update today. Teddy Bridgewater looked horrific in the only series he got. I think he was 0 for 2, took a sack. There are people saying they'd rather see Skylar Thompson if Tua can't go. But if Tua can't go, this line is going up probably to 7. It's just a terrible spot. The Bengals obviously need the game a lot more than the Dolphins.
All right, we will keep our eye on this for sure. Don't forget, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time on Thursday night. We'll break down the game from every angle, best bets, props, VJM, the donkey, all of it. But where will the number land? That's the question. Larry, thank you very much. Now, we talk about, and you just heard Johnny B say it in his introduction, it's very difficult right now in baseball. There are a lot of schools of thought when you get to this time of the year. Johnny, educate us.
Yeah, exactly, Coach. There are mainly 2 schools of thought for a team that's already clinched, a team that's already into the playoffs, playing these last games before they make the playoffs with nothing to play for. We really only have 1 division race and 1 wild card race left, so there are a lot of teams with this idea or this choice in schools of thought. There are 2 different ideas when your team is clinching. You either give your guys a day off, let them rest up for the playoffs, or you get your start and you get your stars healthy, you set your playoff rotation, or you get hot going into the playoffs. You play all your guys. You essentially keep playing them. You keep their bats hot. You keep them swinging. You play them into the playoffs. And it's different. It's difficult to tell which teams are which. Usually I like to read lineups and read bullpens to see if a team is playing their top guys. So, for example, the Guardians yesterday, they ended up sitting out Andres Jimenez, which is only one player in their lineup, but seeing that one guy in their lineup, seeing a rookie instead of him, showed me that they might not necessarily be going for the win. I didn't see who they used in their bullpen, but that's something to keep an eye on as well. They ended up losing the game. So that's important to know. And it's very important with 1 week left because some of these teams don't have motivations to win the game. And in that case, these heavy money line favorites wouldn't be worth it.
No, you're damn right. There were a lot last night that didn't come through, but the team total did, and that's a different way to play it if you're not sure on the side. Johnny, that's great information. Thank you very much. Now, it's a bounce back Wednesday, right? We got to get back on our horse because we're here every single day. We've been here every day since 2020, but if you are new and you're not a SportsLine member, I'm going to do you a solid. Use a promo code EARLY. That's early. I'll give you 30 days for free. You can come in, test the waters. They're warm. Get all my simulations, all my cappers, all the analysis. You get it all for this many dollars. Then afterwards, it's only this many dollars. We are set. But to do that, we got to have advertising. We got to pay those pesky little bills. Here's a word from one of our incredible partners. And we are back. It is time for our board of the day. And we just heard Johnny B talk about betting baseball. So what do we do today? One play from SportsLine itself. The Guardians, they have been on fire. Yes, they lost last night in extra innings. But today we're going to go team total over 3 minus 118. They've hit this in 8 straight games. They're a team that you need to look at heading into the playoffs. They're playing great baseball. Let's go team total over 3 minus 118. And sometimes when you need to pick yourself up, when you need to give yourself a little energy, sometimes you get out of bed and say, I don't feel like going to work today. Get out of bed, go to work, and understand that me right here, right now, M squared. You know the drill, son. Oh, I haven't done it in a while, so I didn't know how to get into it, but I'm into it. I feel good, and it's a Wednesday, so Mikey, give it to me.
All right, let's hit the Thursday night football game with a teaser here. We're going to tease the Dolphins up to 10. As Chief says, dogs are barking in this one. We're going up to 10, over 41. Very key number here. You can still find the number to get it down to 40.5 on some books, but you're not able to get the 4, which pushes this to 10. But I like this spot here for the Dolphins at 10 and 41. These numbers are highly correlated. Being within 10, game going over 41 here. Great spots for them. Larry highlighted all the injuries in his storyline. The injuries that are significant here are but really the secondary for Miami, some of the injuries on the Bengals side as well. All of these things should lead to a few more points in this game. If Teddy Bridgewater is the starting quarterback, I make him 3 points worse than Tua. A lot of quarterbacks, when you see a star quarterback, that number is around 6.5 to 7. In this case, for me, it is 3. I think it's somewhat priced in at this point. If Tua were to be ruled out, I expect the number to move to 5.5 to 6. I would expect it to go back to 3 if he is definitively ruled in. So I love this number here, getting it at 10 and then at a key number 41. This is a classic 24-21 game decided by a field goal either way.
And you can tell that Chief loves this play. He's very active this morning. He loves this play. Right? Right? God, I miss Chief. I want Chief more. We got to come up with something for Chief. All right, I love this play. I can't not foresee a scenario. And again, this is where kind of luck comes into play in sports betting. We talk about it all the time because last week you didn't know if Herbert was going to play. That number with Jacksonville bounced 7-3, 7-3. Same thing this week. Do we know? We don't know. But if you want to get that number where it is, if he does play, it's going to go the other way. So we'll see. We'll see. But you can get that teaser in right here and right now. I would suggest doing that. Now, Johnny B, you just gave us incredible information when it comes to betting baseball. So give me 2 plays, if you don't mind, that you found today on this incredible Wednesday with no football. Talk to me.
Yeah, let's do it, Coach. So our first play, we're going to go with the Phillies minus 175 against the Cubs to bounce back after their loss yesterday. Also, these 2 lines I got last night, so I would still take them where they're at now. Just want to make that clear because I know some of y'all are going to get mad at me for saying what the lines that I got them at are. But the Phillies lost last night. Luckily, the Brewers also lost last night, so they keep their spot in the NL wild card. The Brewers face a Cardinals team that just clinched yesterday, though. So I think the Phillies will sense that urgency and feel like they need to win today. Aaron Nola has really been hit or miss for the Phillies all season, but he should have success against the Cubs. Hayden Wesneski is a rookie for the Cubs. He's actually pitched very well in his 4 appearances so far, but the Phillies were able to save their top bullpen arms yesterday, so I like the Phillies on the money line here. And then the Brewers, minus 140 against the Cardinals. This line is shooting up. The Cardinals clinched last night, so since that, it's just been shooting up. I believe it's minus 165 now. I would still take it there. Once we get up to around 175, that's where I would lay off to see if we get the Cardinals lineup and make sure that everybody's out. If you see everybody's out, then pull the trigger. If you see that everybody's in, wait for the line to go down and then play it at minus 140 like I did again. But the Cardinals clinched the NL Central last night, so I think they're going to give a majority of their starters off today, if not all of them. They're locked into the 3 seed. They have nothing to play for. Jose Quintana's pitched very well. He hasn't allowed more than 2 earned runs in any of his starts with the Cardinals since being traded. But Brandon Woodruff's been great since returning from the IL, and he's been dominant at home this season as well. The Brewers are actually hitting lefties a lot better lately. They've really struggled against them throughout the season, but they're in the top half in the last 30 days. So I like the Brewers on the money line there.
I just bet it live as you were talking. I just wanted to see what my book had it at. I got it at minus 150 is where it's moving to now. So you're exactly right. You're exactly right. I got it in now. I would encourage you to do the same. It's called the early edge for a reason, ladies and gentlemen. It's called the early edge for a reason. Now, we never talk to each other. I don't allow my cappers to talk to each other so they don't get influenced by others. But when I saw this play come in this morning, I said, I cannot wait to hear the take on this one. So, Maestro, if you don't mind, sir, the floor is yours.
Yeah, it's all about the Houston Texans this week and Davis Mills. This guy is 2 different quarterbacks on the road, 5 TDs, 11 picks. We all saw another terrible interception right to the linebacker with the chance to win the game. That's what he does on the road. At home, 14 TDs and 1 pick for Davis Mills. 2 of those came last year when the Chargers visited late in the season, laying almost 2 touchdowns, and the Texans won outright by 12 points. There was a lot of COVID running through the Chargers at that time, but are the Chargers in a lot better shape right now with all the injuries? And I'm not talking about Justin Herbert. I'm talking about their starting all-pro left tackle, Rashawn Slater. The backup is a major downgrade. They lost Jalen Guyton. Corey Linsley is still out. J.C. Jackson is still out. Keenan Allen may practice this week, which is one piece of good news. And how about Joey Bosa with a groin injury? I don't think he'll play. And the Texans, what do? They just play tight games. Every single game has come down to the wire. This line was at 6. I would have loved to grab 6, but I'll still take the 5 because I think it's only going one way. I think it'll close at around 4. I love Houston this week.
And you do not want to be one of those guys or ladies that tweets me on Sunday afternoon and says, Coach, Texans are +2. We told you on Wednesday. All right, grab your paper, grab your pencil. Here is the recap, courtesy of Jake the Snake of the 1s and the 2s, M squared. He's on a little same-game teaser on Thursday night. Dolphins +10 and the over 41. Get it in now because this will move one way or the other. Maestro, Texas +5, -110. Then Johnny B, 2 baseball plays. Don't forget, we'll have more early edge in 5 today at 4 p.m. Eastern time. Brewers, money line, -140. Phillies, money line, -175. It continues to go up. He would play it up to that number. That's why we put that number on the screen. Now, Guardians, team total over 3, -118. That's a play from SportsLine. By the way, in the chat, everybody's asking for AB. Where is AB? Well, guess what? This afternoon at 3 p.m. Eastern time, we'll have our college football mega preview right here. Same channel, same Apple, same Spotify. AB and the boys, they've been absolutely killing it. You can see him there. For now, here, we've done all the damage that we can do. So, gentlemen, there's only one thing left to do, and I believe you all know what that is. You've got your marching orders. Let's take all of these tickets straight to the pay window. For my entire crew, love them all. Johnny B, M squared, the Maestro, Jake the Snake on the 1s and the 2s. I am the coach. It doesn't matter the time, the day, the sport. We've got you covered top to bottom. If there's anything you want that we're not doing, please let us know. We're here for you at the early edge. Good luck.